Yo, what's up? Tech junkies, Peter Von Panda here again. Just want to quick do an unboxing for a product I'm really excited about, and it is the Brookstone Portable Power Supply. And I'm going to show you a couple things here quickly. I'm going to show you what the product is and does. I'm going to quickly show you how it works. And then I'm also going to, the most important thing, show you how to get this for way less than it's being sold for in stores. So stick with me here. It just came via UPS. Again, this is available through Brookstone. It's called the Portable Power Supply. It's pretty big, probably much bigger than a lot of the other portable chargers you've seen. And that is something that sets this apart. Don't mind the dog. The Brookstone Portable Power Center is kind of roughly the size of a car battery, and you can kind of see here that it's pretty big. It's much bigger than like the Etons, the really small hand crank chargers, but it does have a crank charger, and it's as you can tell, the charging handle itself is big enough for a full palm, as well as it's got this opposed handle here that's for carrying, and so you get a really nice comfortable charging position. And you don't want to spin this too fast because you can overheat it, but I think about 1 to 2 revolutions per second is kind of the ideal charging time. You can hear it's pretty loud, but this thing actually will generate some serious electricity, and the handle just folds into the back like that for storage. I can tell you this thing is pretty heavy. I don't remember exactly how heavy it is by the specs, but I will tell you what I remember. It's got a flashlight up the top, just a push button. This thing does have some charge, I can tell you right now. It's got an LCD screen on the very top, and it tells you the time, how much of this battery is charged. It has, I believe, a 12 watt-hour battery. Oh, and if you press the button on the top once, the light bulb for the flashlight comes on. Press it twice, apparently it goes to this red beacon, flashing beacon, and if you press it again, I guess it shuts it off. So that's something to know. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it. 12 watt-hour battery, so I believe it's about, depending on the iPad you have, 1 to 2 times the size of that iPad, so a pretty large battery, but certainly not as big as a car battery itself. But the important thing here is how much power it can output at any one time, and the key to this is that it can throw out enough power to jumpstart a car. So you've actually got on this front panel removable, a positive and negative jumper cable set. They are not connected to the power terminals. As you can see, there's a positive and negative terminal here. The cords actually kind of get tucked in here. They've got the little eyelet on the end. You unscrew these terminal nuts, put the cord for the proper terminal on here, screw it down, and then you select, I believe, oh well, if you don't have to do anything in particular, then you can just connect those to your battery on the car, follow your proper jump starting rules, and start up a car. So that's really a cool feature. And I suppose if you're in a survival situation and you was using this as your only method of electricity and power, you could also maybe spark those cables together and actually create a spark in a fire. So that fits in there pretty nicely. On the front, you've got this plastic open panel here, and I'll tell you what, try to see if I can get a little closer here. And you've actually got a standard household outlet, 3-prong with ground, 120 volt. You can plug in, directly your laptop in there, a hair dryer, I believe, because it's 12 watt hours or amp hours, I should say. I think most Ultrabooks you'll get 3, 4, 5 hours of charge. A standard desktop replacement laptop, maybe 60 to 90 minutes. It's got a USB port right there, so you can charge anything like your cell phone, your tablets, those types of things, Jawbone, Bluetooth, hands-free headset, right out of there. These 2 ports right here are for input, power input, and I should check in the rest of the box here. Yes, indeed. There are two single prong power inputs right there, and you've got this cable, 12 volt cable charger. So if you are camping or something, you've got your car, you can use that as power supply, plug it right in there, and this into your cigarette lighter. And then this is going to be for plugging into the wall. So you charge this sucker, plug this into your standard outlet, plug those into inputs. So those are inputs, not outputs, and those will charge up the power completely, or again, use the hand crank. And then on the back here is a 12 volt cigarette lighter output. So if you have a 12 volt accessory, you know, if you got your car phone charger only or something like that, put that right in there. I believe it's always got power. It's got a fuse right there as well. For the two power outputs on the front, the USB and the standard outlet, you have to use these buttons on the LCD panel. Let me make sure I'm focused in on there. And if you hold down the corresponding button, I just held AC on there. Now it says AC power, or AC output. That AC outlet is now active. And if I hold down USB, that USB outlet is now active as well. And if you hold them down again, they will turn off. And it shows you what your voltage is there. Has a temperature, a thermometer to tell you the temperature. And again, it's telling me, flashing here, if you can see that, it says recharge, because it's down to 30% power. So really cool, all in one. As some of you know, winter brings a lot of power outages, hurricanes, wherever you might be, and it can knock out power. And if you've been like me, those little tiny Etons don't usually have dump charging capability. So if you have any power in here, you plug in your accessory or your device, it'll just keep powering with whatever charge is left. A lot of those, like I said, Etons or smaller crank chargers, you have to continuously turn them in order to create a current. It doesn't have a battery per se that charges up. So this is really nice. What I would recommend, your strategy is plug this sucker into the wall, let it keep charging, keep it up to 100%. If the power goes out, you've got this sucker fully charged. Take it on camping and weekend trips as you do them. The last thing I told you that I promised you I'd tell you is where to get it. As you can tell, I've got the Brookstone one right here. The company that actually makes this, after a little research, is called AeroVo, I believe. And they actually make this product for Brookstone. Brookstone rebrands it, as they do much of their product line. The product they make is called the Max Burton Power Center 100. So it's the exact same thing. It's actually direct from the manufacturer. The Max Burton Power Center 100 is available online. You can Google it for about $200. I think this is about $250, so you can save yourself 20% right off the bat by buying the exact same thing in the original manufacturer's brand. If you look around, I've seen them as low as 190 or even a little lower, 175 sometimes. And in some of those cases, for outdoor outfitters, they will also throw in like a rechargeable flashlight. So you can get for $200 even a little bit more. So check that out. Brookstone Portable Power Center or Portable Power Supply. Also the Max Burton Power Center 100. That's Peter Von Panda's review. Check it out. Woo! Woo! Woo!